time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live. Sorry for my tardiness. I was looking at something and did not realize the time got away from me. Anyway, welcome. Today is November 20th, Wednesday. S&P down 30, NASDAQ down 160, Russell down 10, Dow down 48, gold up 1%, silver down almost 1%, notes and bonds red, 10-year yield up 0.5%. Oil down 0.4, natty gas up over 6. Soybeans ended red, corn and wheat green. Euro and the pound down a little bit. Bitcoin, new all-time high. It's currently up 1.5%, but ticked over 95,000. Hit 95,565. VIX up 8% off of its lows, sitting at 17.7. Got up to a high, close to, looks like 18.76. My regular BICs are still green, no double stops. Oh, shoot. Looks like my 155 tranche opened the call side only. I'm just going to close that. But up 384. Had several one-sided stops, but no doubles. Yeah, actually every tranche got one-sided. But as long as we don't collapse here, I will finish green. And then my price action BICs took 2 tranches. Just got stopped out on the call side on my last piece. The first one I hit 20 and 40%. No. The first one, yeah, the first one I hit 20, 40%. No, sorry. The first one I hit 20% and then stopped on the call side. Second one I hit 20, 40%, then stopped on the call side. There's an extra trade in here because I had a split fill, but just 2 tranches. So I'm up a little over 1,000 on those. And then no 1 DTE. Oh yeah. No, I did do a 1 DTE. I was thinking volatility was contracting pre-market earlier. So I actually put on my positions and updates that I was going to do a RIC, but then vol expanded with the drop. So I put on a 1 DTE and I'm getting ready to take it off because it is doing nothing because of NVIDIA earnings and the volatility expansion in general. I was going to try to transform it. Pretty close to being able to remove the risk and get an upside vertical, but I'm just going to close it right now for a small profit. No, I guess I better. I forgot I didn't disable my bot on Trade Steward first. There we go. Okay. All right. So I'm out of that. So tiny profit. And then on my calendars today, closed a 1-2 for -2%. Closed a 1-3 for +2%. Closed my 2-4 for +5%. Closed my 2-3 from Monday for +2%. Closed my 3-4 single put calendar from Monday for 15%. Closed my 6-7 double calendar from Friday at plus 9%. Just got out of that early. I was green on my 3-4, my 2-3, and my 1-2, but this little push up kind of sucked the profits out of those. I'm going to be closing everything by the end of the day for NVIDIA earnings. My 5-7 is up currently about 5%. We can move back down. All those would be green. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. The only other thing I was going to mention, Moel's target earnings trade. He was right. He was just a little bit too right. So no risk to the downside. So looks like it'll be a minimum profit unless we bounce up to 140-ish by Friday. Then it could still hit, but expecting a minimum profit on that one. I think that is it for me. Chad, how's your day?
It started out pretty rough day trading. Same thing as yesterday. Got into some mighty 90s that just took off the wrong direction. And I mentioned in there, it was 2 days in a row that I had closed a mighty 90 without getting 2 consecutive bars in my direction. And I can't remember the last time I ever did that. It gives you an idea of how prices moved last couple of days. And then my first 2 TLCs stopped. Both had reversals in favor right after they stopped. My third one booked 20% and then got stopped and then it reversed. So pretty difficult price action. And then when you look at like power hour trade, I was looking at that. I mean, I'm glad I didn't put one of those on because by the time I was looking at it, it was about 15 wide and price in 20 minutes went up 15 points. So just can't get profit targets in time with this type of price movement. I even scaled down, did less contracts today.
Yeah, that I'm honestly really surprised I didn't have any double stops on my VIX. I wasn't watching that closely, but all my normal entry times, 8:45, 9:15, 9:45, 12:25, 12:55, 1:10, which I've been turning the later ones off because the premium's been so low, but with the vol expansion, I went ahead and let them ride.
Well, I mean, when you look at, go ahead.
So I was just saying, yeah, even with this whippy price action, I guess I kind of got lucky on my entries.
Yeah, just at first glance here, when you look at the price action, like that's exactly what I'm looking for. Down, up, but it's too much. It's too, when you're getting 20 to 30 point moves in 20 minutes, you don't have the time for the theta to decay to be able to, not get stopped. If you were getting theta to decay, but that quickly, it doesn't, you don't get it that quick.
Yeah. Sorry, Elliot, did you see that? So just my normal tranches got stopped on one side of all of my tranches, but well, like this one, my premium was bigger on the put side, got stopped on the smaller one. That stop was bigger than the other one. That stop was smaller. So I've benefited a little bit from the smaller credit sides getting stopped. On my 2 price action BIC tranches, let's see, I got into my first one at 10:45. Yeah, so I was 9:45 central. So I was basically, as it pushed back up to the expected move, I was anticipating some consolidation around that level. And we did get a little bit, got enough to take some profits out. And then my second tranche I got in when we started consolidating right here and was able to book 2040 before it took off there. So Was able to find a couple little tiny pockets, but that was it. That's about it. Abishaya, are you on the live stream? If so, post in the Zero Live chat channel. I saw your post in the calendar channel. I was going to address that if you're on the live stream. There you are. Okay, so um, that is so the Mahomes is a transformer trade. So if you have questions about any of that, type in the transformer chat if you would. But to answer your question, yeah. So when I first started out, when I taught the course, I was doing I taught it as doing one one debit spread and one vertical spread against the short butterfly. Um, just because I thought that would be the easiest way for people to learn because you're just um anyway, that's what I thought. And after I got a little bit of feedback, I started realizing that a lot of people like the idea of just two credit spreads. So I just kind of started doing that. But the bottom line is it doesn't matter. You can do either one. And if you watch the first, or I think it's the first lesson in the Transformers course, I talk about the difference between a short call spread and a long put spread, and the difference between a long call spread and a short put spread. And the reality is they're identical. So you can use either. It really doesn't matter. Also, keep in mind, paper trading the Mahomes it's going to be very deceiving. You're going to get fills a lot faster than you will in real life. Um, definitely paper trade it to get used to the mechanics, but just understand those fills at the end of the day on that will be very unrealistic. The verticals, if are you on toss? Do you is okay. Yeah, so it's an order template. So it's an OCO order. So as soon as one gets filled, the other gets canceled. And if neither get filled, they just expire at the end of the day. Okay. Well, if you like the idea, well, that's not max profit. Um, if both get filled, then yes, it'll be a profit. Um, and so if you want to have the opportunity of both potentially getting filled, which will rarely happen, then you wouldn't do it as an OCO. You would just input each vertical separately so that if one gets filled, the other would stay there. Max profit would actually be have one of them get filled and then price do a 10-point reversal. Price sitting right at the expected move here. Kind of width do we have going on? 5 wide.
Yeah, I'm in an OG Wooga.
I was just getting ready to say I might do a Wooga-ish trade. All right, I just posted that. I just did the wings 15 wide. So that would be the 90s and 05s. And the 85s, 70s.
It's going to be interesting to see what the VIX does after NVIDIA earnings, whether it contracts or not.
All right, so there's what I've got on. JBPR. So I have that indicator on my 5-minute SPX chart and my 5-minute VIX. So what's your question specifically? I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. The gap means that's how much it moved up or down from yesterday's close. So like SPX opened up almost unchanged. It down 0.04% from yesterday's close. The move is the move from today's open. So wherever SPX opened, it's currently down 0.42% from the open. VIX 90 ratio, I don't really pay attention to that, but it's the ratio between the 30-day VIX and the 9-day VIX. And then the max move it's the maximum move down from the open is minus 0.91%. So that was down at the very bottom. Max move up was 0.06 because we ticked up a little bit at the open. So that was the max move up today. Does that make sense? Well, no, I'm definitely closing on mine because my 5/7 expires today, so that's getting closed. My 3, 4, 2, 3, and 1, 2, they all have expirations for tomorrow, so those options are going to get crushed after the NVIDIA earnings, I would anticipate. So yeah, I'm closing everything. You haven't missed anything yet, Lucky Dow. I haven't done anything. Haven't even looked at anything. Well, actually, I looked at what Madam Butterfly posted earlier, but I haven't done anything. I think I'm going to go bullish. Yeah, I think I'll do a broken wing call fly. Expected move 13, currently trading at 144. So 157-ish. Something like this, maybe. Madam Butterfly posted this earlier, something like this. that she's taking. It would need to hit in one of these about 4 or 5 points higher or 4 or 5 points lower in one of those peaks to hit. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm on the same side as Krish and Chessmaster. I don't know. I'm
Oh
making me
man.
nervous. It's making me nervous. I don't like it one bit. But it's hard to fade Nvidia. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I think I got to go bullish. Yeah, MSTR has been on a ridiculous run. New all-time highs again today, 499. Could have doubled your money had you got in MSTR before the election. Just buying straight stock. Let's see what you got, Trade Scout. Repaste it and put LMT. Right, so this is the Trade Scout. Trade Scout's not afraid to go naked. Naked. I don't think I want to go naked. It's just on my screen here. Chessmaster, I haven't done anything yet. Try to get filled at $1.66. Filled at $1.66. All right, I'm in. Oh yeah, for those who I posted a video in the calendar channel earlier today on just some excuse me, discretionary 6/7s that I'm doing. So near the open, I put on a 59.20. That one was down. It's still down a little bit. And those premiums just got sucked out of that a little bit. That one's still down a little bit, but then I also put on, when we came down, I put on a 58.75 and I already took off half of it for about a 13% profit. And it's still up on the rest.
Like it wants to get back. See if you can break through this little consolidation. Yeah, there it goes. Tough price action for Delta Neutral.
So we had a little missile firing this morning. Ukraine fires UK Storm Shadow missiles into Russia. A little bit pre-market. How's that pre-market sell-off into the open sell-off? And then I guess everything was cool again, so we bounced. Now we're trying to push again.
It's kind of hard to believe the market's reacting to the Russia-Ukraine war because it's been going on for like 2 years.
Yeah, I kind of ignored it there for a while.
Yeah, for a long while.
It must be getting more serious. Something, I don't know. That's right. Well, this 3-4 is not getting any better. I have decided that I am going to be ditching Trader Sync at the end of this year. It has just not been fixed to my liking. Yeah, I know some of you guys ditched it a long time ago. For me, it's the grouping issue or it groups legs. If you have any similar strikes, it's such a pain. I spend over an hour after the market closes every single day uploading, tagging, ungrouping, expired positions. I got to make sure that they are priced correctly, all that stuff. So, and then, with letting a lot of options expire, especially on Friday, they don't settle for 2 days. So I wouldn't be able to do a weekly update until Monday evening. And I'm already past last week. So I just haven't been doing it. And so that's been a pain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Trade Steward for the tracking for the trades that I do in Trade Steward. Of course, TAT does a good job of reporting on my BIX for IB. I've got another solution for my Tradier, and then some of the transformers and random stuff. I'll just use a spreadsheet. So I'm going to start doing that here before the end of the year. So it'll be a kind of a clean break at the end of 2024. And then I'll be getting back to doing the weekly videos and all that stuff.
Yeah, man, when the market's closed, the last thing I want to do is have to deal with any of the trading stuff.
What's that?
Well, that's a lot of time to put in after the market closes.
Oh, dude, I've been doing it for 2 years. It's really annoying.
Brutal.
Yeah, that was the whole deal. Like I wanted it to have everything in one place because I'm, trading multiple accounts and all that, and to be more efficient, but it's just become way more inefficient.
So for TLC traders, or if anybody that's new here, Power Hour, I was looking at a new iron Condor around 130 Central. Prices moved up, and it would have been a 15 wide. Prices moved up 20 points in about 45 minutes. So it's just not conducive to doing that. I mean, it would have been stopped a long time ago. So if there's any new traders wondering why I don't have a TLC trade on right now,
No, I definitely will start doing the weekly videos. Yeah, that was definitely a factor. So I'm gonna start the new stuff next week. So I won't do a weekly video this Friday, but then every Friday going forward I will. All right, SPX, that's enough.
yeah, just some truly brutal price action. These weeks when there's no news, I've really found that there are big moves during those weeks.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily account that to being no news. It's the unexpected news that we've had has been the issue.
The war.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but again, that's been going on for a couple of years and it's hasn't affected it like it has this week.
Moving back up towards the top of its range that we hit at about 10:55 this morning.
Kind of looked like I wanted to go through lows a day about an hour ago.
Yeah, that's why
Or,
I've been holding these calendars. I thought they might expand a little bit more if we kept going down, but now my 2-3 is back in the money, up 9%. The only one that's red is my 3-4. It's down 4%. Tomorrow is Thursday, so we've got obviously Nvidia after the bell today, and then unemployment claims pre-market tomorrow. And then Friday, flash manufacturing and services PMI 15 minutes after the market opens. Well, SPX is accelerating now. And the calendars are doing better. Man, this thing's taking off. Back above 5,900. VIX is not contracting very heavily. Well, just got hit on a call side on a BIC, so I have a double stop on the books now. Wow. I'm going to need back below 58.95 for that Wooga-like trade to have a chance. $59.05. How high can we go here, kids? Well, don't look at the 5.7. It's up 19%. What just filled? Oh, my 5.7 just closed half. It hit 20%. It's in the 0530s.
Wow, this is pretty incredible.
Holy moly. What is going on? Peace in the Middle East. What? We're going back to highs today, I think. Wow. What a bump for the 5.7 though. Did Pelosi get a hold of Nvidia's earnings early? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, this is wild. Surely it's done going up.
It wants highs a day.
Got to be exhausted. Got to be exhausted after that push.
Just closed out my 3-4 double calendar from Monday. Still holding half my 5-7, still holding my 2-3, and still holding my 1-2.
Yeah, I knew it was exhausted. Now here comes the big drop.
I mean, my 5-7's got some more juice to the upside if we can push. Not seeing anything on financial juice would say something is causing it. And no Fed speakers talking. Bitcoin's still hanging around. It's not doing much. MSTR's not doing much. Coinbase up. Nvidia's pushing. I think Nvidia got leaked. MU is pushing. AMD is pushing. So the chips.
Yeah, I saw AMD
It's the
pushing.
chips. Apple's pushing.
That's got to be it. It didn't really push much that 5-minute bar.
Is just taking a breath for the next rip.
Should have left my long calls on for my TLC trades. I really didn't expect this today. I thought S&P was going to go green, but
Close, very close. There's still time. Still got 18 and a half minutes. Well, don't look at your 5.7. It's up 32%. I'm going to go ahead and close out my 1-2 for a little profit.
that's all she wrote.
All right, so I got half my 5.7, which will get closed out at in 2 minutes. Got my 2-3, which I'm going to go ahead and close now. About 15 minutes till the bell. Haven't even checked on the Mahomes flies. I assume they're cheap. 10 butterfly trading for $1.10, $1.20. All right. I am out of all my calendars. Nice little surprise bump at the end of the day. Just commit to it, Moel. That's all it takes. Commitment. Are you non-committal? How many times have you been married? You scared of commitment? No, it's hard. Okay. Act like your back test is your wife. Every time you enter a trade with your back test, think of your wife. Would you cheat on your wife? Every time you go against your back test, you're cheating on your wife. I'm telling your wife. Give me your wife's number. Well, I think the old discretionary wooga's dead.
Yeah.
Eight, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9.
Just
What
don't
area
think
code though?
can the S&P get to the green? I don't think so.
Oh, we're definitely going green.
You think S&P is going green?
Yep. Just had to catch its breath with one red candle. Did
Yeah,
your
looks like
think or swim break, Krish? 13 it was. Yeah, 12 and a half. One minute till MOC.
it got forced back down. Couldn't do it.
Ticked it. It ticked the unchanged
Yeah.
mark.
Yeah, just ticked it. That was well in the green.
$2.9 billion buy side. It's not done.
Oh,
Not
wow.
done.
Yeah, this is a day I wish I would have left my
Been hunting.
long calls. Well, that too. But yeah, I closed my long calls because it looked like this thing wanted to go through, go lower.
Yeah, butterflies are staying pretty cheap.
Ah, were they worthless? Yeah, they had a long time to have theta decay on them.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
let's
I
go.
guess I will
Go back in the
start putting
red.
in some flies.
Buy side action ain't been happening yet. She got rejected.
Pelosi must have got the buy side number early too. All right, I'm working at 10, 15, and 20. Uh, how long is it going to take for it to come out? I think we tried that last time and yeah, it's not till like 30 minutes after the bell. A little over 6 minutes. Butterfly staying cheap. The 15 looks like it's trading for $1.50 maybe. Still hanging around 15, but that butterfly's nowhere close. 5 minutes.
2.9 billion buy side. We should see some up movement.
We got that initial reaction of about, what was that, 5 points? And then, yeah, I got hammered right back down. I think that Pelosi, I think the Nvidia earnings and the buy side number got leaked. Oh, got filled on 20s.
There goes the NASDAQ. through highs of day. Keeps getting shot down right where it opened. One DTE would have came back to life.
I don't know. I think, well, mine, I closed mine out at the beginning of power hour and it was centered.
Oh, see, yeah, I put mine on right at when it opened.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it would have been.
I mean, I don't know how much theta decay would happen, but
All right. Need to move away from 20.
it's like it can't get through where it opened today.
I closed mine for a small profit. Right when we started power hour, it didn't have any decay to it, so I just closed it. And down to 16. Let's get a push under 15 here. And then rip back up to highs. A little lower, lock it. It's going to go lower. Still too much time left. Still too much premium left. Still no lock. That's still too much premium left in those puts. Still below 15 here. Don't want to bounce back up to 20 unless we get locked. Back below 15, still not locked. Still got a minute and a half to go. Come on, hit it. Hit me. Orders at $4. It's only trading at 370 down in the 14s. Okay, here we go. There we go. Locked. All right, now rip. Rip back up. We got 1 minute, less than a minute. Back up to 25. 30 seconds. Push above 25 would be worth 12 grand to me. Only 10 points. 20 seconds.
Yeah, just couldn't get above where it opened.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looks like 17.23. Winner, winner. So the only thing, well, let's see, my BICs, I think we're small red after that. Yeah, minus 200 on my BICs. Plus 1,000 plus on my price action BICs. My little discretionary Wooga is a loser. Mahomes winner. Calendar's winners. Mostly all winners today. All right, all. Have a good night. Let's see. Tomorrow is Thursday. Chad, are you streaming tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Chad's streaming at the open for day trading. And then we'll be back for power hour. Take care. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.